Despite all the chatter around him, Shadour Sanders has kept one thing steady: his focus. He's not lashing out, not showing frustration, and definitely not blaming anyone around him. In his mind, if his teammates are doing their best and giving everything they have, just like he is, then there's no room for bitterness. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's under pressure. And Sanders knows that. That level of maturity, especially for a rookie quarterback trying to earn his spot, speaks volumes. He's not here to stir the pot. He's here to work. But while Sanders keeps his cool, it's becoming more and more obvious that the Cleveland Browns aren't exactly setting him up for success. The front office, led by head coach Kevin Stefanski and general manager Andrew Berry, hasn't done much to give him a fair shake. The reps just aren't there. Sanders has been consistently relegated to working with the third-team offense. And while the higher-ups may be cold to the idea of giving him more opportunities, someone else is stepping up: Myles Garrett. Yes, the Browns' defensive anchor and arguably the most valuable player on the team has been staying after practice, helping Shadour and a young center put in extra work. That says everything. The players see his potential, even if the coaches are still hesitant. And let's not ignore the fans. They've spoken loudly and clearly. Sanders' name is being chanted during practices. His jerseys are showing up in the crowd. The support for him is not only present, it's growing. He's becoming the fan favorite without even taking a single snap with the first team. So the question is, why are the coaches so slow to give him a real shot? The support is there. The talent is there. What's missing? The quarterback rotation during camp hasn't made a lot of sense either. On paper, it looks like a revolving door of opportunities. Flacco runs with the ones, then Pickett with the twos. Then the cycle repeats. Eventually, Gabriel gets some first-team reps too. But Shadour? Always with the threes. And yet, when you look at what he's done with those limited snaps, the results speak for themselves. On July 25th, he went a perfect 4 for 4 in passing drills. On July 26th, he went 5 for 8. Meanwhile, Flacco threw 4 for 11. Gabriel managed 4 for 8. Pickett only 2 for 6. Despite being pushed to the bottom of the depth chart, Shadour is delivering with efficiency and consistency. When you turn on the tape, that's where Sanders really starts to shine. One clip that stood out began with what looked like a basic checkdown. But as you watch closer, the subtleties become clear. He scans the field. He processes the defense. He moves through multiple reads before settling on the right option. That alone puts him ahead of some veterans in the room. Compare that to Kenny Pickett, who just the day before stared down a tight end and forced the throw, resulting in a turnover. Shadour isn't just surviving in the pocket, he's managing it, navigating pressure, keeping calm, delivering with anticipation. Another throw that lit up the field was a deep dig route across the middle. What made it special wasn't just the yardage, but the touch, timing, and placement. Shadour layered the ball between linebackers with just enough velocity to thread the needle. It wasn't a loft, it was a rope, and it was done while stepping up into a collapsing pocket. That's the type of throw NFL coordinators dream about. It shows pocket awareness, confidence, and arm talent. Not many rookies deliver that with such control. And while his game is growing, his poise in the media is already elite. When asked about not getting first-team reps, he didn't dodge the question or show frustration. He simply said, "That's not in my control. I'm grateful for the opportunity I do have." When asked about the fans' support, he redirected focus to execution and staying in the moment. These are answers you expect from a seasoned pro, not a rookie fresh out of college. The talk about Shadour being a media distraction? Completely unfounded. He's handled every question with humility and professionalism. Even Dillon Gabriel, another rookie in the quarterback room, had praise for the process. He acknowledged that reps are limited and emphasized the importance of mental preparation and film study. Gabriel's athleticism has caught the attention of some in the organization, and he's clearly taking the job seriously. But between the two, it's Shadour who has shown more polish in the pocket and more command of the offense when on the field. Pickett, on the other hand, continues to struggle with decision-making and accuracy, raising more questions than answers. Off the field, the Browns have had a few hiccups in camp. They lost a linebacker to retirement, adding to an already thin position group that had previously lost standout defender Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Rookie linebacker Darius Moisau has promise but isn't a middle linebacker yet. On the flip side, the defensive line is taking shape into something scary. Myles Garrett has taken rookie defensive tackle Michael Hall Jr. under his wing, and the two are forming what could be a nightmare duo for offensive lines. And while wide receiver Cedric Tillman went down briefly with calf tightness, it looks more like cramping than a serious injury. Something to watch but not panic over. Through all of this, Shadour Sanders continues to make the most of every moment. He's not just impressing with throws, he's proving he belongs. He's not complaining about reps, he's maximizing the ones he gets. And while the Browns may be hesitant to give him a real opportunity, the signs are all pointing toward a young quarterback who is rising faster than expected. Training camp continues tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. If you've been following the story, now's the time to stay locked in. The reps may still be limited, but the spotlight on Shadour is only getting brighter. Whether he ends up QB1 or not, one thing is clear. He's making it impossible to ignore him. So keep watching. Keep breaking it down. Because if Shadour keeps this up, Cleveland might not be able to keep him on the sidelines much longer.